One of the great ghost stories of Canada comes from here, from Charlottetown, PEI. It was so famous, they actually made a stamp of it back in 2016 called the Phantom Bell Ringers. Ooh. So the story goes, it was back in 1859 when all throughout Charlottetown you could hear the bells. 8 bells ringing, just bing, 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 8 bells. The captain came down to the wharf here, to check things out. And he saw the ship, the Fairy Queen here, is again, 8 bell rings again. But this time he sees it coming up from up in the town there, and he sees a church. He thinks that's where it's coming from, so he decides to go investigate, and he heads up to this church. So the captain came up to here, the Kurt St. James Church, which you see behind me, and he was met by a pastor. And what happened next was terrifying. 3 women appeared at that doorway and one upstairs. They just appeared, and then they turned around and walked into the church. The pastor and the captain were like mystified. Said, "Whoa, what's going on here?" So they decided to investigate and walked into the church. And what they found next was absolutely nothing. They couldn't find the women. They couldn't find anything. They walked into the church. In fact, they got locked in the church. They had to use the key to get out. They locked the door somehow. I don't even know how that happened. I don't even know how ghosts have grips. It's like, what the heck is going on here, right? So they searched this church, and there's no people in there. And the captain's kind of weird. So he goes back down to the pier and realizes the ship that he saw earlier is not there. It's not gone. It's gone. The Fairy Queen is gone. And he finds out later that day that the Fairy Queen actually sank. And the 8 passengers on that ferry died in it. And 3 of those people came from this church. And so the rumor now is that the 8 bell rings that they heard, the bing, the bing, the bing, is in memory of the 8 people who actually drowned in this steamship accident. And they were just coming home. So if you're ever in Charlottetown, listen for the bells. Wow, now I'm scared. Jesus.